was the mark you saw on my collarbone. Is that that might be a hickey. Is that a hickey? Are we talking about hickeys in this song? I think we're talking about a hickey on the collarbone, which is a low hickey. Hi, welcome back to my channel, everybody. Andy here. Hope you're doing great. Today, we are jumping back into the Taylor Swift world. A world of whimsy, a world of music. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Many songs have been recommended off of the new album. This is the one aside from Anti-Hero, which I've already done. Check that out if you haven't already. And today we are going to check out Maroon, which is the next most requested or suggested song off of this album. But before we do that, I want to ask everybody to please consider liking and subscribing if you like and subscribe to what I do. I'm a musician, I'm a guitar player, I work on production music, I'm also a YouTuber, and I love good pop music. I love all types of, well, not all types of music, but I consider myself a pretty good music snob. I like to think that I can find good music. That's what we try and do on this channel. So if you enjoy music, if you enjoy trying to find good pop music, consider liking and subscribing. So when I think of Maroon, I think of the color maroon. I think of like being marooned, the verb maroon. To be left on an island, right? To be marooned on an island, or just kind of left somewhere where you can't escape. I think of Maroon 5, which is a band that I don't like. Maybe you like them. I'm not. They're just not for me. I'm not saying that they're evil or bad. I'm just saying their music just is not for me.
What a maroon.
Is there any history of her with Adam Levine or whatever? I don't want to suggest she's been with every pop star or whatever, but there's often double entendres or triple entendre, or even or sometimes just good old-fashioned mono entendre. I don't know. Anyway, so the name of the song is called Maroon. Let's give it a listen.
When the morning came, we were cleaning incense off your vinyl shelf, 'cause we lost track of time again. Laughing with my feet in your lap, like you were my closest friend. How'd we end up on the floor anyway? You say your roommate's cheap ass screw top rosé. That's how I see you every day now. And I chose you, the one I was dancing with in New York. No shoes, the dark, and the sky, and it was the burgundy on my t-shirt when you splashed your wine into me, and how the blood rushed into my cheeks. So scarlet it was, the mark you saw on my collarbone, the rust that grew between telephones, the lips I used to call home. So scarlet it was, maroon.
Okay, very interesting. Obviously very electronic. We have just a kind of single drone, just a low in the register drone. You can almost kind of barely hear it. She's singing very low at the very beginning of the song anyway. I like the quick little rap kind of staccato vocal over the chorus or over the pre-chorus and chorus. Again, sounds like it's going to be a big kind of, it sounds danceable, but it's very kind of slow, and it has like a very kind of, almost kind of like undulating sexual kind of rhythm to it. The entire song is C, it sounds like so far is C, G, E minor, D. Standard kind of pop chord progression, but we have this weird kind of super non-poppy, kind of industrial, kind of sounding electronic drone under everything. We just have that single little hat, just that single little hi-hat coming in. Usually there's like 90 of those in a row. Not in necessarily in a Taylor Swift song, but in like a trap song or something like that. You would like, it's odd to kind of just have that one little thing in there. One thing I will say I always like about the production, and I actually don't hate the production of this song. I like that it's subtle. I like that it's low. I like that it kind of sounds almost like at the beginning like it's coming from a different room. The treble is really rolled off, but her voice is really set nicely back in the mix. A lot of the time when you have, I mean, any pop music now, it's just they compress the person's voice way up to the front of the sound. And here it sounds like she's in a room, she's singing a song. Like, it doesn't sound to me like she's a kind of computer enhanced. I don't think there's any pitch correction on this. In general, I don't think there's a lot of pitch correction. It sounds like this is a song that she wants to be able to play kind of in your headphones, in a club, in a car. It sounds like she's trying to do a lot of different things with this song. I like the vibiness of it. I like the kind of subtle way it enters in. It just starts. There's no intro. I'm still sick, so I'm going to do my best on this, but it's... When the morning came, we were cleaning incense off your vinyl shelf, 'cause we lost track of time again. I mean, that's like a sentence that could like start a chapter to a book or something, or to a novel. Like, it's just, when the morning came, we were cleaning incense off your vinyl shelf, 'cause we lost track of time again. It doesn't sound like a lyric, even though the meter requires her to say we're cleaning incense off your, like, it doesn't sound supernatural, but doesn't seem to matter to her. Like, and she just makes it kind of her own. She just works it into the song and it becomes a lyric. So it's like, when the morning came, we were cleaning incense off your vinyl shelf, 'cause we lost track of time again. And I'm getting the 70s feel, vinyl shelf. I'm wondering actually now, is it vinyl, and is it industrial vinyl? Is the vinyl shelf like a shelf of vinyl? Like if people have a record collection, they call it vinyl. Oh, dude, you gotta listen to this dude's vinyl. Incense, vinyl, kind of gives you that 70s hippie vibe a little bit. Laughing with my feet in your lap like you were my closest friend. Feet and laps, that's kind of a ladies thing. I don't know if I've ever chilled out with a dude and we just put our feet in each other's laps, kind of close proximity to various sensitive areas there, a little bit intimate. I don't even know if like a friend of mine who's a girl would like put her feet in my lap. It might be a little bit kind of, I don't know. Teasy, could be a little bit provocative, right? Do you guys put your feet in each other's laps? If you're just friends, let me know. How do we end up on the floor anyway? You say your roommate's cheap-ass screw-top rosé, that's how. I see you every day now. Rosé is kind of a ladies' drink, though. Guys, do you drink rosé? If I'm wrong, I apologize. I'm not trying to reduce anybody to their gender here. How do we end up on the floor? The floor seems to me to be like hookup town, and I chose you. The one I was dancing with in New York, no shoes, looked up at the sky, and it was no shoes. Like, we're just having fun. It's just that carefree time of night. Two ladies, like, kicking off the shoes. So often women are, like, worried about, like, making sure that their posture is a certain way and that they look a certain way. Like, a woman, like, taking off her shoe, like women are often feel like they need to wear heels and stuff like that around guys. So I get the sense like no shoes, just kind of whatever. We're in jeans and we're drinking too much. And it's just like an easy, lazy night. And it got a little steamy. Thematically kind of plays against the tone of the song. The song sounds like almost like it'd be in a movie, like we're in a jail or something, like boom. It's just that low C, just that. That E minor doing so much of the work to keep it all kind of sounding kind of minor and sad. Everything else is a major chord here. Burgundy on my t-shirt when you splashed your wine into me, and how the blood rushed into my cheeks so scarlet. So it seems like she's kind of talking about different maroon colored things, right? Or maroon adjacent. So burgundy is kind of maroon. The blood in her cheeks, she's getting rosy cheeks, kind of a maroon, so scarlet. It was the mark you saw on my collarbone. Is that a hickey? Are we talking about hickeys in this song? I think we're talking about a hickey on the collarbone, which is a low hickey. The rust that grew between telephone lines, that's kind of a maroon color. The lips I used to call home, it was maroon. So this is definitely a woman because we have, it sounds like there's maroon lipstick on her lips. I really like this lyric that we have all these different versions of maroon in there. A hickey, like a purposeful hickey after the age of like 30 is kind of embarrassing. But an accidental hickey, like if you're just making out super hardcore and you just get a little too hoovery, you get a little too suction happy with your kissing on necks and cheeks and collarbones and things, then yes, hickeys can happen very, very naturally. But I think if you're purposefully giving somebody a hickey, like in high school, like people would give each other hickeys. I'd be like, oh, dude, you see that hickey on so-and-so's neck? You know who gave her that? You know, it's like a right. It's like you've been marked, you've been claimed. But like if you're an adult and you're making out with somebody and they're in their 30s and you give them a hickey, like somewhere visible, like on the side of their neck, they're like, oh, I have to go to work tomorrow. I'm an adult. I can't have hickeys. I can't be going into work with a hickey. So next time you see somebody at work that has like a Band-Aid like halfway up their neck, maybe it's a hickey. It's like seems like a fun girls hooking up kind of song, casual kind of vibe, you know?
When the silence came, we were shaking, blind and hazy. How the hell did we lose sight of us again? Sobbing with your head in your hands. Ain't that the way shit always ends? You were standing hollow-eyed in the hallway. Carnations you had thought were roses, that's us. I feel you no matter what. The rubies that I gave up, and I lost you. The one I was dancing with in New York. No shoes, looked up at the sky and it was maroon on my t-shirt when it splashed your wine into me, and how the blood rushed into my cheeks, so scarlet it was. The mark I saw on my collarbone, the rust that grew between telephones, the lips I used to call home, so scarlet it was. And I wake with your memory over me, that's a real fucking legacy. And I wake with your memory over me, that's a real fucking legacy to leave. The burgundy on my t-shirt when you splashed your wine into me, and how the blood rushed into my cheeks, so scarlet it was. The mark I saw on my collarbone, the rust that grew between telephones, the lips I used to call home, so scarlet it was.
We have the New York skyline in the background there, it looks like. When the silence came, we were shaking, blind and hazy. How the hell did we lose sight of us again? The next morning, we're hungover. We're hazy. We're blind. It's been a long night. How the hell did we lose sight of us again? So it sounds like this is a friendship with benefits type of situation. This isn't necessarily a relationship she is in, as much as it's a kind of friendship that has gone maybe a little bit awry. Sobbing with your head in your hands, ain't that the way shit always ends? So this person is sobbing. Again, I get the notion of a woman sobbing. Not that men don't sob. We all sob. I've cried on this channel. Nothing bad about crying. I will say it's interesting because she's talked about in multiple songs now kind of her late night partying habits and what she and like staying up late and regretting it the next morning. A lot of artists talk about that. So it sounds like this person that she's with is maybe more into it or more upset by it. You were standing hollow-eyed in the hallway. Carnations you had thought were roses. That's us. That's brutal. You thought we were roses, but we were carnations. Nothing against carnations, but rose is kind of the universal flower that indicates love, and carnations is like, I guess by comparison, like a deep friendship, but not kind of romantic love in that way, like friendship love. I feel you no matter what, the rubies that I gave up. It seems like Taylor Swift is kind of, and I don't know if this is a real story about her life or a story she's making. I don't know if it's about a woman. It just seems like that to me. But it sounds like she, like this kind of hookup relationship that became something more intense. And she's kind of letting this person down. You don't often hear that, like people in songs letting somebody down. Okay, so the sky in New York being maroon, you think at night there's a lot of light pollution in New York or any big city. So when you look up at the sky, you don't really see stars. It has this kind of milky haze. You're going to see the clouds before you're going to see anything else. So sometimes it has this kind of milky or maroon is probably a good descriptor for it too, just kind of look. Oh, so they woke up. It wasn't maroon in the sense that like you couldn't see the sky. Maybe it was maroon just in the sense that it was like dawn and you had all the pretty colors. And I wake with your memory ovary. I wake with your memory over me. That's a real fucking legacy to bear. This is a really intense song because Taylor Swift is saying, I love you so much. You're so important to me. Our physical relationship, like their physical relationship seems to be really intense with each other. But she's still saying, I can't be with you. Like, that's gotta hurt. That's a real fucking legacy. And almost like fucking has two meanings there, like just as an exclamation, like fucking legacy, and also like fucking, like sex legacy. It seems like she's saying you have a tremendous impact on me, but I don't want to be with you in this romantic way, which is almost like more painful. It would seem, I don't know, but like somebody saying, oh my God, I love being with you, but I can't be with you. I'm assuming it'd be very confusing. And maybe it's like Taylor Swift is like bi in the way that she's like into hooking up, but not into long-term relationships with women. I've got a few friends like that who are like, I have one friend in particular who kind of, I don't want to say she's led people on, but like she's like the straight girl. I guess it's sometimes an issue, like lesbians who are always falling in love with straight girls. And it's really disappointing and it's really heartbreaking over and over and over again to be with somebody who's like going to use you as like a fun kind of sexy dalliance, but then when it comes to like a real relationship or being serious, it's not something that they can do for whatever reason. Like they just don't want to be a lesbian. And I'm not attacking Taylor Swift here. I think she's just being honest in how she feels about this person. And I don't even know if she's thinking about a woman, but it seems like that. We have amazing physical chemistry. We have amazing sex, but that's kind of all I need you for a little bit. And our friendship, certainly, but I'm sure it doesn't make sense to people. You'd be like, okay, well, we love having sex. We love hanging out. We're best friends. Why don't we, right? And sometimes it's like you've had too long as friends. It's tough to kind of switch that over. Waking up with okay. So like I've done that when you have a really close friend and then you end up hooking up. And I'm not going to talk too specifically about this person. But over New Year's, number of years ago, this person and I, really good friend of mine, we hooked up that night. We spent the night together, and then we spent more time together. And then we went back to school. We were going to college. We were at the same college. And then over that summer, I went to visit her, and we hooked up again. And we could never transition our friendship over to romantic. We had known each other since we were kids. We'd grown up together. She's gorgeous, beautiful, 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 absolutely beautiful woman. Like one of the most beautiful people on the planet is the person I'm talking about. Like, truly, I love this person. She's a good person. She's gorgeous. But like we just kind of weren't compatible in that way. and we were just friends. We had just spent too long as friends. Like, it didn't translate over. And we're still friends, and I haven't talked to her in a couple years, but it's not because we dislike each other. It's that she lives out of the country now, but she's fine, and I'm fine, and our friendship survived. But it definitely changed. It definitely changed. The nature of that. And sometimes, like, part of your friendship with somebody who maybe you're a little bit attracted to is that flirtation, right? And then maybe you hook up, and maybe you realize you don't want to be with each other, and that flirtation diminishes a little bit, and so the friendship might become a little bit more perfunctory, or it might just it just might be a big kind of elephant in the room with your relationship. You wake up and you love this person and you care about them, but you're like, I don't know if this is what I want to be with this person. So maybe it's that, or maybe it's that Taylor Swift is just not comfortable being publicly or openly with a woman. I don't know. Maybe it's not even about a woman. Of the sun coming up. Yeah, just kind of like a night where you just spend all night with each other, and you're just kind of still going at it when the sun comes up, and you're like, hopefully it's Sunday. And I will be checking out the Reddit. We will be seeing what people think this song is actually about on the Reddit. That is available on my Patreon for my patrons. Okay, there's a lot of theories that we think it's a sequel to a bunch of different songs here. I think this is a song about her hooking up with a lady. It's not a huge big deal to me. Ladies are beautiful, soft skin, smell nice. There's a lot of things to find attractive about women.
They're smaller, easy to take along, eat less, smell nice.
So anyway, what did you think of this song? I know it's a really popular song, but it doesn't sound like a lot of the other stuff I've heard of hers. Is it something you enjoy? Do you think this is about a lady? Do you think this is about a man? Do you think this is just a story that her and Jack Antonoff whipped up about just somebody else, just a story, just lyrics for a song? Thank you guys so much for watching today. Please check out my channel for more videos just like this one, and also other videos just like other videos. I don't know. I'm still kind of sick, so the brain is not immediately working super well.